to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to start PySpark interview series, and this is the part 1. And you can find here like most in most asked interview questions and around 30 to 50. But today in this video I will cover 5 questions. This is the part 1, and there are the 5 questions list you can see here on my screen. So like what are the problems? The first problem is find the top most frequent words, and the second one is to calculate the average salary and then count of employees for each department, and the third problem is different ways to remove duplicates from the data frame, and the fourth question is like we have given a data frame and then we need to filter rows on basis of some conditions, and the fifth question is like handling the null values in data frame. Okay, so here I will approach every problem one by one, and you can see our cluster mode. Our cluster is in running mode, and we will just code, and for every questions the solutions steps are also explained already. So just we will see the solution steps, and we will learn how we are going to approach the problems, and then we will understand, then we will convert into the PySpark code. Okay, so let's jump to the question 1. So question is like find the top and most frequent words in a large text file. So interviewer can ask you and can give you questions like you have a txt file, you have to read the txt file, and you need to find the top most frequent words. Okay, so the solution is like first we need to read the that txt file and then store into our data frame, and after storing into data frame, then what we need to find and what we will do the next step. So next step is like for every for every word we will just split into the words. We will split the lines into the words, and then we will perform a count operation for each word, and then sort the words by frequency in descending order, and then finally we will just select the top n words. Okay, so in for that I have already created a sample txt file. You can see in my workspace like in catalog, in our databricks file systems file store, and to a table I have already a sample.txt file. So you can copy path like this. Basically we have given a two ways. You can copy the spark api format or file api format, whatever you want to copy, just copy from there. And so first step is like we have to load that txt file into our data frame. So let's say we have a data frame, and then we have a spark. In spark we have a text read dot text function for reading the txt file. So spark dot read dot text, sorry, text, and in a string formats just we will copy that, just we will paste the that copied path. Okay, so like this we can create our data frame. So I can show you df.show. So whatever the words in our txt file, so it will show you. After running this, you can see here we have a some columns containing the values like hello world, hello PySpark, PySpark is great, hello world again. Okay, so the next step is like split the lines into words. So for splitting the lines we have a split function, and for converting the every words into a multiple lines we have a explode function. So just we will we will convert that, we will implement that for splitting, and then we will just count after splitting perform a count of each operation. So here I can create a df2 data frame, and in df2 or df, you can say df1, this is a df1 data frame, and then first we will select that column. What column? That value column. So you can select like df dot value. Okay, and now we have to implement our split function. So you can use like this split function, and on basis of the format. So we have a format on the white space, that you can say blank. So white space, so just I'll give a first space. Okay, so for after splitting that, we need to convert each word into the multiple lines. So for that we have a explode function. Which function? Explode function in our PySpark. So I'll just close this one. Then I will store that every values in our columns. So I can alias this, alias let's say word. Okay, and then again we will close that bracket. Okay, then I can show you that df1 dot show. Okay, so like this we can see here every word is already converted into the multiple lines. Here you can see hello, 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 PySpark, PySpark, right? So like this now we have to sort that data. So third step is we have to first perform a count for each word, and then we will sort that data, okay, in descending order. So for that, that's just I'm taking a here. Okay, so I will create that df2. Okay, df2. So how can we perform the count operations for each word? For each word. So for each word, just we will group by each word, and then we will perform the count operation. So for that one, just df2. What is that df1 dot group by, use group by for grouping the words, grouping the word, and we will just apply the our count function. Now I can show you df2 dot show. It will show you the frequency of the words. Okay, now we have a data frame containing the two column. That first column is word and the second is frequency of the word, that is the count column. Okay. Now we have a count of each word. Then what we, because we need to find top and most frequency. So for finding the top most, just we will sort this data, and I can say I will store that data after sorting in df into df3. So df3 is like df2. We will, for sorting the data, we have available order by function, just like SQL. So just we will order by which column? Column count column, and then we will just into a descending order because we need to find the top and most frequent words. So just we will use DSC function here, DESC function, right? So like this we can find our DSC function. Then again okay, for fetching that column we need to use that column, call this like this. And just suppose we need to find the top three, so we can give the using the limit function. We will just limit top three. Okay, and df3 dot show, I can show the data. Now let's see that DESC order by, call that count. Okay, I wrongly closed this one. I need to close here. I hope it will work. Yeah, so we have a list of words that hello, PySpark, great, and frequency, that like top most frequency hello is 6 times, PySpark is 6 times, and great is 3 times. So like this we can find the top and most frequent words. So the approach is very simple. Just you have to load the txt file into our data frame, then just split the words, and then using group by just count every word, and after counting just sort that data, and using limit you can find the top 3 or top 5 or top 10. Like this you can find the top most frequent words in a large txt file. Okay, so now let's jump to the second question. So what is the second question? Calculate the average salary and count of employees for each department. Okay, so basically we have a given a data frame containing the columns department, employee and salary. And department is like hr it, and we have some employees there like Alice, Bob, Carol, David, and some salaries are given. Okay, so we need to calculate the average salary and then count the employees for each department. So this is yeah, I think you already solved in while learning SQL or pandas, so already solved this question. So yeah, so solution steps is like first we will load the data set into our data frame. Then we will just again, because we need to perform the here aggregations, so we will group the data by department wise, and then calculate the average salary and counter of employees for each department. Okay, using aggregations function, then we will display the just result. Okay, so I have had some already I have created a data and a schema, so just I will paste here, and then I can create a data frame using that data and schema. So let's say we have again we have a data frame df, we are storing into a df data frame, and then spark. For creating a data frame we have a create data frame function, right? So create data frame like this, and then pass that data and schema, right? Data and schema, and then df dot show. Okay, okay, I will run and then I'll show you the data first. Yeah, so we have department, employee and salary, and we need to perform in each department average salary, right? Let's say calculate the average salary and count of employees for each department. So basically we have to perform two operations: average and count of the employees in every department. Now just group the data by department wise. So first we will perform this. Okay, so use our df1. Let's say df1, we have df1, and just df dot for grouping that data on department wise. So we will use group by, and then df dot department. Let's say department is caps t department. Okay, df dot department, and just we will need to perform the aggregations, and then we have to perform two operations. Let's check again: average salary and count of employees for each department. So we have calculated here every we group the data by department wise, right? Now we need to aggregate the average salary, then we have to calculate, so using that azz function available, and then average. Okay, average by salary, right? So we have a salary column, so let's say salary. Like this you can find the average salary, and then we can alias this uh, okay, one second. Alias we can say like average salary, we can name it average salary. Let's say average salary, and then again we need to calculate the count of each employee, count of employees for each department. Okay, so we will perform here count also. So let's check first. First we group that data group by using group by df dot department, and then perform the average salary. Here we have calculated the average salary using average function. So dot azz vg salaries, then the name is just we aliases this average salary, right? So now we can also you know on basis of comma, then we can also perform our count of every employee and just name it employee. We have a employee name, so we will provide that column employee, and again we will name just alias this count, employee count, you can say employee count, emp maybe cnt or count, something like this. So like this you can, and we will close it. So where we close that, average is closes here and this is closed here, and tf dot group by. Okay, I will not close. Once again, this will close here. Okay, now just df1 we have to display, so we can use here like display df1. Data frame object has no department. Okay, okay, so this is wrong department, I think. Yeah. Okay, so you can see here like every department. So first let's see the upper sample data. We have a hr it hr it, two, basically two departments. So in two departments, so number of the employee will be should be two. So we have a count of two. Average salary 7, hr is 5, then hr is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11, and then 11 by 2 is 655, right? So like this you can you have a department, and in each department every salary and number of employees, that employee count. Okay, so I should name this using underscore. Okay, so this is the also very basic question. Now let's jump to the third questions. Basically interviewer asked like this, how to handle the duplicates values, or how to find the duplicates values from the data frame. So how can you perform that operations on data frames? So you need to explain, we have a multiple ways, and just take a sample data like id, name, age. Okay, and there are many methods for removing the duplicates. So first method is like, just first is like we have to just load that data into our data frame. Then using distinct, you can remove the duplicates and use the like drop duplicates method to remove duplicate rows. And you can also on basis of some specific columns use this function drop duplicates, if you need like if you should consider any specific columns. And you can also find the using group by and aggregations, like here in the previous example, if you once say like we need to delete that record in hr table who has a minimum salary. So on the basis of that you can delete one. So if we have in our data frame or in our data sets, if we have duplicates rows on basis of some columns, we also like after aggregating this we can remove, and using window functions also we can do that. So let's drop duplicates functions available in our PySpark. So just take this approach. So we have a like again first we need to create that data frame. So we will create just our data. So for saving our time, just I'm taking that sample data and a schema. Okay, Then again we will create our data frame. Okay, so let's say we have a data that Alice, Bob, Alice, and Bob. We can say Carol also. We can write here Carol. Just edit this one, and then we have a ID, name, and age. Okay. Now we will create our data frame df, and spark dot create data frame. Just pass the data and schema. Okay, and I'll show you the data df dot show using this. Now we have a data frame as given in the sample data sets. Okay, so you can here like just use this. I'm going to take this approach. I will make the separate videos for handling the duplicates, and another separate video for null values. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this approach, drop duplicates. Okay, so here just take df1, another data frame, and df dot we have a drop duplicate, right? Drop duplicates, and drop duplicates like this. If you want to there are two methods for dropping the duplicates using drop duplicates function. So you can use directly, otherwise we have a we have a on the basis of some specific columns we can use it also. So I'll show you that you can also see this function drop duplicates in PySpark. PySpark document, just search this one, drop duplicates, and in the SQL data frame. So we have just parameters like a subset. You can use the list of column names. It is optional, and it will return another data frame without duplicates. So here is also given us some sample data frame, and then used drop duplicates first without passing any column, and on basis of the columns also the list of columns you can pass in drop duplicate function. So like this you can create. So here we you'll use this, and I will show that df1 dot show. Okay, yeah, Bob 30, Alice. Okay, we don't have any duplicate in this, so just create a duplicate here. Like for Alice is one, then run again this, and then create. So in this data frame we have a duplicate Alice, call Alice, right, for ID 1. So on the basis of this you can uh, apply this drop duplicates. Yeah, now we have just 3 record. The third record is deleted, or you can see that is removed. Okay, like this you can use the you can find the duplicates. And we have also like the, distincts. You can use distinct functions, let's say, and you can use group by and aggregations and using window functions. I'll make a video. And we have a next question. Let's read the statement. Given a data frame df with columns id, name, and salary, we have to write a PySpark code to filter rows where salary is greater than 5,000 and select only the name column. Okay, now let's do that. Okay, so again I have already created this data frame. So just I'll copy and paste, then we'll create. I have took some sample data. Okay, salary is 4,000. I have given 2,000. It's okay, you can take any values. Now on basis of that, we need to find, we have to filter rows where salary is greater than 5,000, right? So first let's create data frame, and I spark dot create data frame, and then just pass data and schema, and df dot show. Okay, like this. And for filtration, just we need to filter conditions or where conditions. We have two options for filtering the values. We have a where function and filter function. So on basis of conditions, there is a conditions like greater than 5,000, right? Greater than 5,000. So we have a salary here for Alice 2,000, Bob is 5,000, Alice again 6,000, and Bob is 7,000. Okay, so on basis of that, we just filter that salary which is greater than 5,000. For I will create df2, and for df2 just df dot where condition you can use if you love SQL. So because we need to filter the salary column, so take just salary column, and which is greater than 5,000, which is greater than 5, not equal to greater than or equal to. So just take greater than 5,000, and I can show you. Then df2 dot show, it will filter. So basically we have a third record and fourth record which is greater than 5,000. The salary is 6,000 and 7,000, right? So like this. And then again let's see, select only the name column. Okay, so we will just select the name column here. Now select the name column. So df1 dot select df dot uh, id. Okay, and sorry, df dot id, and then show, like this. Okay, we have took df2, not df1, df2. So the id is 3 and 4. 3 employee id 3 and 4, which salary is greater than 5,000. Now the next question is handling the null values in a data frame. As I said earlier, like I will make a video, separate video, with full explanation. So here just take the sample data set, and just create solution steps are given here, like a drop na and fill na. So first we will load the data set into a data PySpark data frame, and use the drop na method to remove rows with the null values in a specific column. And so just copy this data frame. We can take this sample and just create our data frame taking the null values. Okay, let's say Alice salary is not given. It is a just no blank space here, or you can say null. One second. Yeah, null is given. And let's say Bob, again there is given nothing. And then df dot show, let's print this. Something is wrong here. Null is not defined. Null is not defined. Okay, in our data frame, none should be none. It is considered Now let's print. Okay, so we have Alice is null, and we can also give this null none like this. Okay, so in employee column there is a null value, and in salary column there is a null value. Okay, so let's say we have to apply that drop na method to remove rows with null values. Now let's, we can say drop df dropped, we can give the name df drop. So for that, just df dot use drop na like this, and then you can, I can show this. So we have basically two records there only, the first and the second, because third, for third record and fourth record we have a null values. Okay, so on basis of, we didn't pass any columns here, but we can also pass column names also. So how can we do that? For that one, just create a df2 here, and a df2 just df dot drop na, and on basis of, suppose we have on basis of salary column, we are dropping that null values, so we will use subset is equal to, and we will pass the column name, and column name is salary, right? Okay, df2 dot show. So it should return three records, 1 2 4. In third record you can see here that was the null values, so it will drop only 3, not also 4. So because we applied here in the salary column whatever the null value, just drop the whole record for that conditions. So yeah, like this we can handle the null values, and uh, we have more approaches for handling the null values, like we can fill the null values or fill with zero, or in a string, any string like unknown or no data, something like that, whatever you want to fill the values. And we can also replace the null values with the any concerned, like if you want to fill zero with the just 99999, so you can use the replace there. And on basis of the conditional statements, like when and otherwise, yeah, we can pass on the basis, like when the salary is less than 5000, just fill all the records with null values with the 5000. So this minimum, like a minimum salary should be 5000, so we will whatever the null values are in salary column, so we will just fill that with 5000 on basis of some conditions. So there are many approaches for handling the null values. I'll make you the separate videos. I hope you understand the that questions, and I hope it will help you in the interview preparations. And are you are upskilling yourself for or if you are doing in a real time project, or so you can apply these concept there, and you can upskill and you can appear in the interview preparation. So this is the first part. I will create many parts, around 30 to 50 questions, most asked interview questions. Okay, so thank you guys for today. I'll meet you in the next video with the next interview series. That will be the part 2. So just keep learning and keep growing. Bye bye.